Hey guys, this is Riley Neal. My Twitter handle is at 2015just, and this is my upload for the Litheo community, or the Litheo community upload for the Litheo region channel. There we go. All right. Today my upload is from the multi-gen battle mini event. This is my third round of it, actually. I won both my other matches. They've all been pretty decently close, and I really love my team. There's a huge ground weakness, and I'm fully aware of it, but I don't know, I enjoyed it. And so I went with it. I've got my physical wall and I've got two, like, halfway special walls. Neither of them are really fully specially defensive, but Tyranitar can take special hits in the sand pretty well, and Dragouch has a really high special defense as well. So I have both of them. Tyranitar and Empoleon both weak to fighting, and both weak to ground. And then I've got Dragouch is weak to ground as well. And so, yeah, it was risky, but I like the team. So, looking at his team originally, I noticed for the first time that I have a big psychic weakness, though. I did not see that until I saw he had a Starmie, and that worried me. So I didn't know really how I was going to handle that outside of Beedrill being incredibly fast, and just hoping that he could handle it. This guy, his team is so bulky. It's ridiculous. And as soon as I saw the Fletchender over Talonflame, I knew it was going to be a pain. So, well, let's go ahead and get started into the battle. Alright, so I figured I'd lead with Empoleon just to start out with. He's my Stealth Rock setter as well as my Defogger, so I figured, he should be a good lead. If he sets up rocks, then I can set up rocks, and we'll be fine. And straight out, Fletchender goes for the taunt, and I was so disappointed. I couldn't get my rocks up, and so I was thinking, this is going to go bad. Then his Fletchender goes for the Will-O-Wisp, and so I was confused there. I'm not a physical attacker, and so I went for the Scald. It did more than half. This was a good thing, so now if I go for a Stealth Rocks at some point, then his Fletchender is practically useless. There we go. So he switches into Blissey. Blissey obviously is going to take this Scald like nobody's business. It's just going to be a really easy hit. But then my taunt wears off, so I can get the rocks up. Body was switching into Fletchender, so I was thinking, it's whatever, but he didn't. So I get the rocks up, and so basically Fletchender is out of it. So then he has his Ferrothorn in on my Empoleon. Now, I knew that I was going to have some trouble with this, but I have a specialized set for this Conkeldurr. It's a bulk up set, and it's got Rock Slide over Ice Punch, Drain Punch, and then Knockoff. He gets the Leech Seed off, which I didn't really expect. I was hoping for like a Toxic, because I am Guts still. But he goes for Leech Seed, and so I'm thinking, I don't really want to take extra damage right now with Conkeldurr, so I double switch. Then I bring in Linoone. So he goes for a Protect with his, which doesn't really matter. So I decided to go for a Belly Drum just to kind of feel it out. I was kind of thinking I was going to have to sack Linoone to bring in the other guy kind of safer, but it was a risk I was willing to take with the Belly Drum. So he ends up actually going for Spikes, which did not make much sense to me. So that was no big deal. I go for a Shadow Claw, which does right at around half after the Belly Drum. I thought he'd go for another Spikes, honestly, and so I was expecting to kill him, but he goes for Gyro. Linoone is pretty fast, so that did not feel good at all. Linoone's down, so I'm like, alright, well, I'll bring Conk back in, and we'll Drain Punch him, and we'll just deal with it that way. So I do have the bulk up set, though, so I get a bulk up going. Kind of just, I wasn't sure if he'd try to fill me out or what, and he actually ends up going for the Leech Seed again. But now I've got a bulk up, so I figure I might as well just go ahead and stay in with Conk and Drain Punch him and kill him. And in my heart, I knew he was going to Protect here, but I wanted to go for the drain punch anyways, just in case he decided to stay in, do something crazy, gyro ball me something. He does end up going for the protect, so the drain punch doesn't matter. I should, in hindsight, should have gone for another bulk up. That way, my next moves would have hit a little harder. But it's really not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. So I do end up, after taking that damage, I know he's going to switch. He doesn't want to take this +1 drain punch at all. So I do go for a drain punch, and he switches into Celestial, who is his Altaria. So I was thinking, it's a physical Altaria. That's what most people run, is a mega physical Altaria. But I wasn't right. This drain punch did over half though, which I was pretty excited about. So he does end up megaing. And so I'm thinking I'm good. He's going to Dragon Dance, predicting me to switch. And I'm going to do over half and just kill it. And I'm in a good place and I'll sweep him. And then he actually does mega. And I'm in a good place in my head. And then I see what move he uses. And my heart breaks. He goes for the Hyper Voice. Pixelate Hyper Voice. Conkeldurr doesn't really have a chance. So that broke my heart a little. I was really looking forward to him doing work. So I bring in Beedrill. And I'm thinking, I'll Poison Jab him. But surely he'll see that coming. And so I went ahead and went for the switch. I switched into this to get him to switch into Ferrothorn. Because Beedrill can't Poison Jab a Ferrothorn because Steel typing. And so that was a good prediction. I was really excited about it. And I have a Spectra Gouge here, and so I'm going to Focus Blast it. And this felt so good, just to Focus Blast this Ferrothorn right in his face. And so I ended up killed him, so it's back to a kind of close-ish battle as opposed to a, oh no, I'm going to get swept. And so I think about going for another Focus Blast here, but then I decide against it in case it doesn't do much or I miss or something, and then I just have wasted a turn. So I switched into Eragante, who is my Tyranitar. So I go ahead and go for the Dragon Dance, and first of all, he puts up a Wish, which was weird for me. I expected like a T-Wave or something, some sort of status, but I'm also a Lumberry, so I was prepared for it. And so I figure he'll switch. Doesn't want to take a physical move because it's a Blissey. His defense is like a 10. So I get up the Dragon Dance, and he switches into Rhyperior. And I'm thinking, he's just going to Earthquake me, and this is going to be a bad time. So I go ahead, and after the Dragon Dance is up, I decide, well, I'll just get as much damage off as I can. This particular Tyranitar does not have Earthquake or anything. He's just like a Crunch Rock Slide, and even if he did have Earthquake, I'm going to go ahead and assume that Rhyperior is Solid Rock, so it'd end up being neutral and not stab. So Crunch does more in the long run anyways. So I went for it, and he had gone for a Stealth Rock, so he got rocks up, but no Earthquake to kill me. So I go for another Crunch. I just figure, let's just do as much damage as we can while we're out here. But he goes for a Roar instead of an Earthquake, and Beedrill comes out. So Beedrill's going to be fast enough to Mega and U-turn hit him, but he takes so much damage from being switched in, plus the sand damage. And so I think I'll just U-turn him, kill him, and I'll have someone else out. So I do Mega and go for the U-turn. But sadness strikes. I hit him with the U-turn, and he lives with 1 HP. I was so brokenhearted. And then I was thinking for a little bit, and I was like, oh, let's just put out Empoleon. Let's just get him out there. If he tries to, do a contact move, I've got Rocky Helmet. He'll die to Rocky Helmet. But he went for the Earthquake. Not only is it not a contact, but it's super effective, and Empoleon dies. I was so brokenhearted. I thought it was over there. And then I remembered that Beedrill has Fell Stinger. And so I was thinking, alright, I'm going to get a Fell Stinger off. We're going to take this from a 4-0 sweep. I lose 4-0 to at least I'm going to bring it down to 3-0. So I get the Fell Stinger off, and I'm thinking, alright, this is good. I'm at a +2. Cool. Beedrill's gonna do some damage. I'm an adamant adaptability, max attack Beedrill, and he brings out Starmie, who now, if it had a focus sash, its sash is broken, so I'm like, I can probably kill it with another Fell Stinger. So let's go for it. So I went with the risky route, hit him with the Fell Stinger, and it dies. So now I've got this Beedrill, and he's at a +4, and I'm thinking, oh no, he's bringing in Fletchender. No, Fletchender's later. Hold on. First we got to take out this Celestial, and I'll Poison Jab it, kill it. So that was no big deal. Poison Jabbed him. Now is the worrisome part of the Fletchender. And I'm thinking in my head, he's going to like hit me with one physical attack. He gets Gale Wings, he'll outspeed, and just kill me. And I thought it was over here. And then I remembered my Stealth Rocks. And I was so happy. Fletchender died. And then I had this complete moment. And it was so awesome because this thing's name is Joy. And it is a fat hoe. And I'm at a +4 attack. And so I just murder it with this Poison Jab. Just completely ruthless murder. And I was just in such a happy place. And it was so fitting that its name was Joy. After that Fletchender died to the Stealth Rocks that I had completely forgotten that I had even put out there. Because I don't normally battle with that sort of stuff. I'm usually not big on hazards or anything. I feel like it just kind of wastes a turn a lot of times. But I was just ecstatic. And it ended up being an amazing battle. And this guy, he was really nice about it and really humble about the loss. I can't remember his Twitter handle right now, but I'll see about getting his YouTube linked in the description thing. So if you like this video, go ahead and let me know, and check out more stuff by Litheo as well as D-Train's channel. Alright guys, and I hope to see y'all again soon. Peace.